Why, hello, peeps. Welcome back to the channel. It is the Wednesday upload. It is the YouTube comment section review channel. And let me tell you something. I picked less comments this week because there are quite some meaty comments to go over in this week's video. This video is going to bring out to some people how transparently pathetic and how brain dead some people in the YouTube comment section are. And I love it because do you ever just have a YouTube channel, you have a hard day, but then you read your YouTube comments and you get a giggle, get a little smile. You're like, really? I read this? That's crazy. Yeah, that's where we are today. And it's going to be a good one. We're going to have some good quality comments on this week's video. So if you do want to be in this video, do leave a comment and you might get read. You might. And of course, please like and subscribe. We'll start here with one of those comments from Kyle Morse. The most pointless rant ever. Also, if you're willing to cut a product line because 3 out of 25 sets have not given you a profit on boxes, and let's be honest, more TCG boxes make a loss than gain you profit, you're not guaranteed chase cards, you're not guaranteed profit, just cut the product now if this is your mindset. This guy did not watch the full video, and if he did, he was not paying attention. This guy's reply here, Master, actually goes into it a little bit. When a business like a game shop is running on razor thin margins, all it takes is one bad product to cause the business to go under. If the product proves itself unreliable, why would a rational person invest in it? And Mario did not say he would discontinue selling Digimon. He said he wasn't going to open product to sell as singles. And then this guy, Smokey Bones, just came and said, I didn't even watch it, but I knew he was about to spout some BS. People just commenting for the sake of just getting their comment out there because they think they're cool and have something to say because they think the person who's doing the video is just not knowing what they're talking about. This person has mental illness. But anyway, let's go up to this guy. So, first of all, I did not say, as this guy indicated, I'm not going to cut the product now. I'm just going to change the way in which I do things, which is to not open it and just sell it sealed. Because if I'm going to crack the product, right, and I'm only going to make $30 profit anyway per box, why would I invest the time to open the product, to list the singles, to then go to the post office to ship out the singles for a $30 profit when I can just sell the box and ship it out for a $30 profit? One of those solutions is a lot more sensitive to time management, and it's the latter one. Well, that's kind of the point. We're not cutting the product. If we got to a point in Digimon where it had like a Yu-Gi-Oh problem, where some sets, like the most recent Megatons, for example, just suck ass, then it'd be a different conversation. But we're not there yet. It's just that sometimes product opening sucks, like this set did. And let me be clear, let me reiterate again. I did make profit off of this set. I did. There was profit. But it would have been a lot more sensitive to my time if I just sold it all sealed instead of, or doing all box breaks even, because it's the same thing, instead of just cataloging singles and blah, 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 all that stuff. Yes, thank you for telling me you're not guaranteed chase cards, not guaranteed profit, which is all stuff I said in my video. Like, hello? Like, and by the way, you have to be pretty stupid to not have guaranteed profit. There is not a Digimon set, I think. There might have been one and I'm forgetting. But I believe every single Digimon set I've opened, I've profited. I've went plus. Because the game is good like that. Now, whether it's been a plus by like, yeah, on average, $20 a box, like this set, or like BT16 where it was like plus $60 on average a box. That matters. There is a variance there, right? But, it makes you think, right? Anyway, so this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. And don't worry, there's going to be lots more where that came from. But here we have Sudra Banes. TLDR, oh no, I can't open cases for free lottery cards while I scalp product that's overpriced in my country because everyone else also scalps it out of MSRP. I want to know who's scalping the product, because I don't think this guy knows what scalping is. Scalping is the deliberate act of going to a store or a vendor, buying out the product, and then selling it for an incredibly marked up price. A recent example is Pokemon Worlds, where the scalpers went and they bought the Pokemon backpack and the ukulele and all that, and then sold it online for insane profit, or even in person for insane profit, just because they got there first and they gamed the system. That's not what happens here. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but I own a store. I do. I have stuff everywhere. I own a store. And I ordered my product from a distributor, like most stores do. Universal Distribution's where I get most of it from, in Canada, eh? So no, there's no scalping. This is not Mario's scalping world. This is not that, actually. Other people scalp, not me. I buy my stuff for distributor cost, and then I sell it. I actually sold it all for an MSRP. And if you were on my stream box break, I actually sold it for even less than what I sold sealed boxes for. Just as a little bit of a, stream benefit box break, let's have fun, blah, 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 stuff like that. So this guy also doesn't know what he's talking about. Nice little palate cleanser, though. It's not common I'm accused of scalping because I have a store. Disney. A lot of people seem to be misunderstanding this. Gross profit is not the same as net profit. I love this comment. Gross profit is just price versus price sold. Net profit includes all the expenses that go along with actual selling material, like shipping, materials, and labor. While his gross profit on this box is 15 to 25, by the time he takes those other things into account, he might do a couple bucks better than break even, in which case the juice isn't really worth the squeeze, which is why he's making the video in the first place. And this isn't just some complaining about losing the gamble on a box or case. It's a warning to other people trying to make money on the set to not waste their time and money because the value isn't there, and be wary of future product for this reason. Thank you. This guy understood the point of the video. He listened to the whole thing. He made a real response to it, a well thought out and reasoned response. Just explaining, yeah, it makes sense. It's amazing what makes sense when you don't go in with the Mario's gaming world does not know what he's talking about lens, right? I own successful businesses. This guy is right. I know he's right because he's reiterating my points, which are right. Hello. Anyway, thank you, my Disney. Thank you for listening to the video and paying attention to it. Skullwolf, you made a lot more money than you think. Your high-value cards already made you profit, but the lower ones will sell, making you almost double what the box cost. That's the beauty of this card game. The lower rarity do sell. You want to get scammed, buy, sell Konami cards. I kind of said that in my video. Yes, I agree. I agree with this guy. If you want to get scammed, buy and sell Konami cards. It's like so true in my experience. But nah, he's right. Because I did make a lot of money. And I have not sold the bulk yet. I have so much bulk just chilling. Just chilling. And while bulk doesn't sell for anything crazy, I'm not going out of my way to sell it because I invest in storage space just for bulk to chill and do nothing. Because sometimes your bulk turns into real money. We've seen that. Even in recent sets, some bulk cards just explode out of nowhere because support's announced. So then, I'll go through my bulk and I'll just sell all the bulk that's went up in price. It's a beautiful thing. It's just profit that's not realized yet, which is fine. I'm sure that down the road, a couple of rares or uncommons commons from EX7 that are not worth anything right now might be worth something a year down the road or something, because that's the way that the game is designed. It does happen like that sometimes. So, yes, I did make money, and I know there's more money. Absolutely. He's right. This guy's right. I think I have one more. Oh, I did the same one twice. Lol. Anyway, so I think I made my point on the box opening video, right? I want to just mention real quick, and this is going to sound like a flex, like an unnecessary brag, and I don't mean it to sound like I'm a dick or condescending or anything. I'm just going to spit the facts and you guys can deal with this as you want to. I am a very successful businessman. Every business I've made has turned a profit and continues to turn profit, right? It's because I make smart decisions, and that's the long and the short of it. If something isn't working, I either change it up or I cut it. Why? Because I want it to work, and I'd rather invest my calories in something that has a chance of making money. Reasonable money. I would rather, if this is the way Digimon's going to go, that's fine. I will sell the sealed product and not break it, because it's still going to make me money, and I'll actually have my weekends again, which is crazy. It's a beautiful thought. But yeah, that's it. That's really the point of the video, in the long and the short. Do what makes you money. Stop doing what gives you headaches if the juice isn't worth the squeeze, as Disney put so nicely. And I think that's as good as it gets, really. That's it. Professor Walsh forgot to mention who pulled the SP on the stream. Yeah, this guy pulled the Beelstar. Yeah, we know. Okay, great. Running reviews. Pulled 3 Saber Leo alternate art. Can't confirm tiers. Sucks. Yeah, I would cry too. Very salty. I got 24 foil borders in my case, 2 per box. To be honest, I think the delay was them putting it in the legend pack and a pack with a border card. Most of my top packs had a super rare and a border card in almost every box. So I think they messed up and tried to catch the issue. I cannot confirm or deny that. That is a theory. I think it has to do more with global shipping than anything else, but, you know, maybe. Maybe it has something to do with it. It's possible. Next, Noah Gallman. Shoto standard art definitely was an exception to the pre-sale rule. It was $199 when pre-sale release started. That's about $6. We'll see where it ends up after release. I'm guessing around $4. It's not too expensive, and the pre-sale would have saved you a couple bucks. But either way, Shoto's a unique meta card, and that's why if there's an exception, it'd be for him. Yeah, you're up 70 cents, buddy. 70 cents. Unless you bought 1,000 and you sell all of them, it is not worth your time. Anyway, I'll move right along now. Ricaria. Went to my local constructed on Tuesday, paid for 3 packs of Beat 17 instead of a table fee, pulled a Pulsemon and a Paladin. Feels good when that happens, as well as effectively saving on the $7 a year table fee, or getting 3 packs for €6, whatever way you slice it. There's a sale price for those 2 super rares. Also, after all the delays, you had 1. We're still waiting in the UK, and we've had delays for every set since BT16. Making the situation over there sound so dramatic really doesn't sit well with other regions that have it far worse. And Ash's Fall just comes in here with the I agree he acts like a petulant child consistently about the smallest conveniences. This guy is my most consistent comment section hater. I must live rent-free in this guy's head. He must have some kind of crippling mental depression for him to constantly be nagging on me. Like, what's this guy's problem? I don't know. To me, it entertains me. Kind of gets me a little bit erect. Not gonna lie. But anyway, look, I believe I did say in my video that you guys do have it worse. And I'm not discounting that. I know you guys are getting shafted. You can see it on whatever metric you want to look at it. Delays, events, prices and cards in general. You guys have it worse. I am not disputing that. However, it's not about the delay. I mean, it is about the delay to an extent, but it's about the precedent. If it happened here, it might happen again if Bandai doesn't increase, their brain power, for lack of better terminology. That's really what it's all about. Bandai just needs to be better. Other card companies in your region, by the way, in the UK, are acting normally with meeting normal release dates and doing normal things. Why is Bandai fucking up? It's a Bandai problem. Bandai is stupid. Bandai should do better. Bandai should instead stop focusing their resources on bullshit and start focusing their resources on the things that will make the lives of their players better. And that's it. That's really that. Adam TCG, Mario, you're a great Canadian. I would like if you dropped an occasional deck profile that you really like, either your top tier max rarity deck or a rogue fun deck. Show us your decks, bro. My editor is working on some cool animations for things, and when I have those, I might be willing to make more deck profile videos, because the theory is there, if my content looks better, it will get more views. but I might as well not even make it if I can't make it look better than what already exists. In order for me to make good deck profiles and for me to want to make deck profiles again, they gotta look like a Vault's videos. I'm just gonna be real. If they don't look like a Vault's videos, I'm not gonna bother doing them because there's no point. Like, there's no point. People won't even watch them. It could be the best deck profile in the world. And I made some freaking bangers in my day, I'll tell you. But nowadays, it's not about that. People don't care about that anymore. My YouTube audience has shifted from competitive to casual. It does not matter how good the deck is. What matters is, does it look flashy as you're presenting it? So I'm not going to make a deck profile until I know that that bar is met, because I'm not going to make shit content. And that's it. So we're working on something. You might get deck profiles again soon if these animations meet my standards. Like, if they don't look better than the Vault's videos, or at least the same as the Vault's videos, I'm not going to bother. That's just my standard. When I do things, I want them to be perfect. That's it. Oh, and just one final point. If you want to see my deck picks, just become a YouTube member. They're all there. I think there's 5 or 6 now for EX7. There's going to be another half a dozen more by the time I'm done. And then I'll be revisiting the ones that are still in EX7 but don't really get touched. Like Mirage or Imperial and stuff like that. Next up, we have Lit. I still love Digimon, but I haven't been playing as much really, slowly falling out of it due to life and other focuses. The problem I've been having with Digimon is lack of creativity in decks. Everything is like a Control-C, Control-V. With archetypes evolution lines you're forced to play, the game is too like, I already know what is coming, there's no element of surprise, and fun decks very often do experience, in my opinion. This is such a good comment, because Lit is correct. 200% correct. So many decks have turned archetypal. It's disgusting. So many decks have to play the same cards. And that is not good deck building. Not as good as it used to be anyway. It's not like back in the day, like, where you could build Lord Nightmon, and you had like 4 or 5 different variants that worked. Like, I remember when Lord Nightmon the first regionals of BT5 came out, I topped 2 events in the same weekend playing Lord Nightmon, and while everyone else was playing more standardized variants, I played Lord Knight Mastermon with Sword Defeats because I could, because I knew it would be cool, and I knew that skill expression and deck building would help, and it got me there twice in the same weekend. It just did. Now, your blue hybrid decks play the same cards. Your Mirage decks play the same cards. Your Imperial decks play the same cards. Your red hybrid decks play the same cards. Even Demon Lords play the same cards. Even EX7 decks, the birds, the shoes, all that stuff, it plays the same cards. Dragon Links, not a good deck, has to play the same cards. Like, it's just stupid. It's degenerated to what Yu-Gi-Oh! Has become. And let me tell you, I hate it so much. But that's where we are. And I hope to God that something changes to where deck building becomes more open. And don't you dare say in the comments, well, if you just want an open deck, just play this deck. Because there are a couple decks in there that do break the norm. Like Mastermon can do whatever it wants. Yellow Hybrid can do whatever it wants. Yellow Vaccine can do whatever it wants. Purple Toolbox decks can do whatever they want. I understand they exist, but when the mass meta, the mass sheer number of decks exist that people are playing at events are all the same, it's just so freaking boring, man. Oh my god. And so there's that rant. And finally, Shelby Ramen. I started playing Digimon because there was no opponent's turn interaction. I hate it so much because it's changing a game I love into something else entirely. I would argue that if people want opponent's turn interaction so much, they should play a game like Magic. That being said, I can't deny that players want opponent's turn interaction. It really bums me out because it feels like the timer has been placed on this game for me, determining how much longer I have to enjoy the game. I love Digimon, but I can't play a game or spend money on it if I don't enjoy it. I'm in a similar boat. You know, one of the reasons why I enjoyed Digimon at the start of the game was because it was not like Yu-Gi-Oh! There were no hand traps. It was a beautiful thing. There were no turn 2 OTKs. There was none of this, let me roll the die. If I win the die roll, I build my board turn 1. Do you have a hand trap? Oh no? Here's my board. Can you deal with it? Oh no? I win. Like, such binary pathing is absolutely insane to me. And Shelby's right. Go play fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic. Or One Piece, even. One Piece is Digimon with less Digivolving and more hand traps. And I'm not even gonna sit here and say that One Piece is that skill based. I think the game is boring as hell. Like, it just turns my brain off. Makes me softer. It does. But that's the world we live in, and that's Digimon. That's the way. And don't forget, why were hand traps even a thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! In the first place? Because hand traps are a methodology to interact with the power creep in the game. Oh, we have a lot of decks that search from deck and play from deck? No problem. Let's print Ash Blossom. Oh, you have a lot of decks that just summon a lot of bodies at one turn? Here, no problem. Let's print Nibiru. Oh, you have graveyard decks that are going out of control? Hey, no problem. Let's give you Dimensional Shifter. Enjoy that. Oh, your decks search a lot? Hey, no problem. Joel and Lockbird. Yeah, have fun. It's not the days of Effect Veiler, Hanawada, Maxi was an exception, is still on the ban list. DD Crow, simple little things like that to help you with niche interactions. No. We have hand traps that just fuck you in your face in Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's kind of where Digimon's going. Did you know we have a hand trap that could skip your turn? It's called Metal Guru Mon Ace. I still play it in every purple deck I can because it catches people out of nowhere and it ends their turn and they lose. And it's like, well, I guess I lost. And that's that. And I understand that a lot of people do that, but not a lot of people know how to play Digimon properly anyway in the first place. No offense. No offense. And, a lot of hand traps exist now, and Digimon are getting stronger. Eventually, it's going to get to the point where we have a Nibiru, and that's when we know we're fucked. So, yeah, that's that, really. And that's all I got for today's video. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you later. Bye!